Right now at noon, we're hearing for the first time from a man accusing a former Fort Atkinson priest of sexual assault. And there's a new multi-million-dollar initiative to try to prevent young adults from using e-cigarettes.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. We start with breaking news into the Channel 3000 Alert Center. President Trump says he has asked National Security Advisor John Bolton to resign. The president said he, quote, strongly disagreed with many of his suggestions, as did others in the administration. In a tweet, the president said he will be naming a new National Security Advisor next week. Let's head over to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese with our first alert forecast. What a noisy night again.
It really was a noisy night. A lot of trees came down as well. The storms packed quite the punch. Now we're left with some of the cloud cover that's lingering around as the storms continue to move on out of here. We'll start to see some holes in the cloud cover as well moving towards the afternoon. Here's Weather Track showing you the past 6 hours. You see those storms as they rumbled on through, moving off towards the north and east. Now still some cloud cover certainly around, but we are warming up. It's 77 degrees right now, 81 as you work your way down towards Janesville, Kenosha at 79, and then the dew points are well into the 60s and 70s. These are dew points that are tropical. I call it the air you can wear. It's going to be heavy and sticky. As you step outside today, your clothes are going to stick to your skin a little bit. So as we go through the rest of the afternoon, we'll warm right on up. Look for these temperatures right around 84, 85 degrees. Some folks may even hit 86 or 87 if you get some more sunshine. So what a wonderful September, or what a wonderful July we're having this September. That's the way to look at it, because it's not the only stretch of 80s. We'll see, we'll cool down back towards average this weekend before another stretch of 80s perhaps next week. But Mark, there are several storm chances to come along as well that I'll talk about in Maine weather.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. As we mentioned, a very loud night as strong thunderstorms rolled through. On Madison's west side, some trees were down in the storm. One fell onto power lines on Forward Drive off Schrader Road. Another fell onto a car near Elver Park. Around 2,500 customers were without power this morning. Now, almost all of those outages have been cleared. New at noon, it's day 2 in the trial of a former Fort Atkinson priest accused of sexually assaulting an altar boy. Father William Nolan is accused of assaulting the boy more than 100 times between February of 2006 and the summer of 2010. Today, the accuser, identified as Jason, was asked about pursuing an acting career in L.A. and if this trial was a way to make a name for himself. He says only his friends and a handful of close relatives know about the trial because this isn't the kind of attention he wants. Jason says he recalls being called out of class to serve at funerals in the 7th grade, and that's when he became closer to Father Nolan.
I just became more of an altar boy, and I was more of doing more work with the church, whether it was altar boy or volunteering for something, decorating for Easter, Christmas, something. I just saw him more often. And I'll admit, I built up a crush on him.
When did you have a crush on him?
He was charming. He was attractive, and he was really nice to me.
The trial is expected to go all week, and we'll have continuing coverage on News 3 Now and Channel3000.com. A couple is being charged for overdosing with a child in their back seat in Vienna. A release from the Dane County Sheriff's Office says yesterday at 1:15 in the afternoon, someone called to report a couple's slumped over in their running vehicle in the parking lot of a restaurant on County Highway V. The witness also noticed the brake lights were on and there was a small child in the back seat. Deputies arrested Kenneth and Amber Ackerman, both of Friendship, on charges of possession of heroin and OWI with a child. Their 2-year-old daughter is with the Adams County Child Protective Services. A woman is dead, a 5-year-old boy critically injured after a car crash yesterday. It happened in Rock County along County Highway B at Highway N. Deputies say a 29-year-old woman blew through a stop sign and hit a dump truck there, ejecting both her and the 5-year-old out of the car. A 2-month-old was also in the vehicle but was not injured. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg is announcing a new initiative to combat teen nicotine use. On CBS this morning, he joined the president of the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids to announce a $160 million initiative aimed at banning flavored e-cigarettes, end marketing that appeals to kids, and preventing online e-cigarette sales to kids. According to the CDC, 1.5 million more young Americans used e-cigarettes last year than the year before, bringing the total to nearly 5 million, including 1 in 5 high school students and 1 in 20 middle school students.
If you eliminate mint in mango, you can pretty well be sure that you're going to see a dramatic decline in youth use of these products.
The initiative comes a day after the FDA accused Juul, the nation's largest seller of e-cigarettes, of illegally marketing its product as safer than traditional cigarettes. More local news now. A Madison native will appear on a national songwriting competition called Songland. J.T. Roach, a Madison Edgewood High School and UW-Madison grad, will pitch his original song, Somebody to Love, to the band One Republic to sing. The group is known for songs like Apologize and Stop and Stare. J.T. will perform his song tomorrow night on NBC. Good for him. The Dane County Airport has a new nonstop destination. Sun Country Airlines is adding seasonal service from Dane County to Orlando International Airport and McCarran International Airport in Las Vegas. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi says these destinations are the perfect opportunity for residents to escape the winter weather. The airline has been offering flights to Fort Myers, Florida and Tampa. Flights are on sale now at suncountry.com. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Watch out, One Pot Meals. There's some new competition in town that's ready to give you a run for your money. For years, One Pot Meals have been super popular since they allow us to throw everything in one pot while they do their thing. That means less cleanup and less hassles. But now there's a new trend that's sweeping the country. It's called sheet pan suppers. The principle is basically the same, but since everything gets cooked on a sheet pan, it cooks faster. Let me show you what I mean. We start by combining some olive oil with a packet of Italian dressing mix and a touch of pepper. Once that's mixed, we add in some creamer potatoes that we've cut in half, along with a chunked up onion and some fresh green beans that we've trimmed. And we dump that on a sheet pan. After baking it for about 15 minutes, we take it out and place a pound or so of Italian sausage that we've cut into chunks onto the same pan, and back into the oven it goes. When everything is cooked through and all the flavors mesh together, it's done. Come dinner time, all we have to do is set the pan on the table and let everyone dig in. And since it has our meat, veggie, and potato all in one pan, just think how easy cleanup will be. To get the recipe, all you have to do is go to our website and type in sausage sheet pan supper. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a trendy new way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. The overnight storms have cleared out, but we're going to see more thunderstorms tonight, and tomorrow Chris Reese will have your first alert forecast coming up. Well, hundreds of thousands of Ram pickup trucks are under recall for problems with tailgates, and Target is giving parents a deal on car seats. Diane King Hall has your Money Watch reports.
UPS is going on a hiring spree. The shipping giant plans to bring on more than 100,000 seasonal workers to handle the crush of holiday shipments. Pay is expected to range from $14 to $30 an hour. Fiat Chrysler is recalling nearly 700,000 Ram pickups to fix tailgates that can open unexpectedly. The recall affects 2015 to 2017 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 pickups with an 8-foot bed and a power locking tailgate. Also impacted are all 2013 to 2014 and 2018 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 pickups built before April of 2018 with a 6 or 8-foot bed and a power locking tailgate. Target is back with its annual car seat trade-in event. Customers can bring in an old car seat for a voucher towards the cost of a new one or other baby gear. The retailer is accepting a range of seats from infant to convertible car seats. The company will even accept damaged, dirty, or expired car seats. The trade-in event runs through September 13th. The holiday shopping season is already gearing up, and Amazon is out with its holiday toy list. The online retailer's extensive list includes familiar brands like Lego, Star Wars, and Play-Doh. The LOL Surprise Doll comes with a plethora of accessories, and the Journey Doll is a more budget-conscious alternative to American Girl. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's down 16 points. The NASDAQ off 23. The S&P 500 is down 7. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee still recovering from her minor foot surgery, so she's out of the radio barn today. Here are your farm numbers. Time now for weather. Chris Reese is in the First Alert Weather Center. A little humid out there.
Very humid and very warm. A warm front certainly came through yesterday, and you can tell. Look at the temperatures. Nearly 20 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago in some parts of the upper Midwest. Madison, 13 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. And it is certainly humid out there as well. 77 our temperature right now. Yesterday at this time we were at 64. Winds out of the south and west at 6 miles per hour. Dew points are into the upper 60s and low 70s, so it certainly feels a lot more like July. Janesville at 81, 78 for our friends in Watertown. Kenosha also at 79. And we're going to continue to see the spike in temperatures, all thanks to those winds that are coming out of the south and west. It's also spiking up the moisture content to the atmosphere. So we're seeing these very high dew points. I don't have the dew point comfort meter in the actual graphic suite here, but I'll tell you what, if it were, we'd certainly be in that oppressive, uncomfortable, nearly tropical range of the dew points. The moisture, of course, has fueled the instability that fueled some of the showers and thunderstorms that we had rumbling through here yesterday. There's one lone little shower in extreme eastern Dane County working its way over towards Jefferson County as we speak. But that's really about it, especially after we had the rounds of showers and thunderstorms that moved through yesterday. Folks, they made a lot of noise and they packed quite the punch. There was a ton of lightning with those storms as they rumbled on through here during the overnight hours. Now, of course, things are quieting down just a little bit, but we still have some cloud cover throughout the upper Midwest. And we're going to see that cloud cover going through perhaps the rest of this afternoon, and then even more cloud cover into tomorrow as well. But there's some holes in it. Visible Cloud Track shows you that the cloud cover is broken in nature. So there will be times where you get a little bit of sunlight that's able to come on through that cloud cover. If you get a lot of the sun, your temperatures may end up being a little bit warmer today. But here's the deal. We had a warm front come through. It's going to try to sag towards the south as a cold front as we go through this week, but it's fighting that push from air from the south. So we're going to see our temperatures kind of jump around a little bit. They'll stay somewhat steady in terms of being into the upper 70s and low 80s, but our temperatures will jump around quite a bit this week. And then watch those winds staying out of the south. Here comes the next system and another warm front that's going to move our direction. This is going to be overnight Thursday and into Friday. That's going to bring some widespread chances of some showers and thunderstorms as we begin to approach Thursday. And so, yeah, be ready for that. That's probably going to be the wettest day this week. Eventually, high pressure comes in from the north. This cold front sweeps on through, and that's why things are going to feel pretty good for us as we move into the weekend. But we could really see a lot of rain coming down as we go through the week. We're talking perhaps 1 to 3 inches of rainfall throughout parts of Wisconsin between now and then by the time we get you towards the weekend. But let's go ahead and time out things for this afternoon. Look for those highs around 84. Again, you may see a peak of sunshine or two. Cooling down into the upper 60s overnight tonight. I can't rule out some showers or thunderstorms that develop tonight and throughout tomorrow, but it won't be a washout, and I don't think those storms will be as widespread tomorrow as they were, say, this morning. But still look for those highs right around 80. We'll have that warm front coming on through overnight into Thursday, and then more showers Thursday afternoon into your Friday. So it's certainly a busy and active weather pattern for us. Temperatures cool down somewhat towards the weekend. Saturday will be fantastic. We'll see a minor rain chance on Sunday before perhaps another stretch of 80s early on next week.
Summer's here.
Yeah, like I said earlier, what a wonderful July we're having this September.
Feels like July out there today.
Certainly does,
sure.
yes.
Chris, thank you. Well, coming up next at noon, if you have a pet question, now's the time to pick up the phone. Dr. Jim Orvik from the Oregon Pet Clinic is here taking your calls at 270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after this.
News 3.
Dr. Jim Orvik is here from the Oregon Pet Clinic to take your pet questions. 270-9933, the number to call. Good to see you.
Good to be here.
We got some calls, so let's start with Carrie in Monona. Hi, Carrie. What's your question?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi.
I have an 8-year-old male tabby cat who has been diagnosed with IBD, irritable bowel disorder. My vet has put him on prednisolone, 5 milligrams, for 30 days. I'm wondering if that's too long of a time or if it should be weaned down to a lower dosage, because I was told it can cause diabetic in the cat, to diabetes.
It has been known to happen, but the course of treatment that he has recommended would be the way to go with it, yes. And I would follow it right till the end, just the way the veterinarian said, or he or she, yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Let's go to Helen in Madison. Hi, Helen. You there? Helen, you there? She's not there, but she has a senior dog with extreme storm anxiety. What
Yes.
can she do?
Well, there's all kinds of medications for that because there are a lot of dogs with that problem. And I always used a tranquilizer. There's hormones and anti-anxiety medicines for them. And the tranquilizer worked fine because the storms only last so long and then they're back to normal. But it just depends on whether you want your dog sleepy for a few hours or if you want them to act normal otherwise. So the vet that you go to would have several options for that.
Yeah, Lola, my Shih Tzu was like that. She was petrified and put on trazodone for a while. But that made her sleepy.
Yeah.
So then I tried CBD oil, and I know vets aren't, you know, you can't recommend it because it's not FDA approved, but that did the trick.
It did. Well, there you go.
And that she's also 14 and she can't hear anymore, so that helps. Let's see, who do we have here? Is this Helen?
I'm Helen.
Hi, you have the senior dog, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you hear our answer?
I heard some of it. I was talking to the gal who took my call first, and she was telling me about anti-anxiety meds throughout the whole week.
Yeah.
I have tried. The vet gave us something for storms probably a couple years ago, but we noticed that our dog was so groggy the next morning.
Yes,
so
right.
I didn't know if I wanted to continue giving that for just, you know, the storm issue.
Well, like I say, there are anti-anxiety medicines that don't make them groggy, too, that are used more these days. So I talk to your vet and try one of those.
Yeah. All right, we have time for one more. Let's go to Joanne from Janesville. Hi, Joanne.
Hi. Just recently, our cat has started biting my daughter's hair and playing with it. And we're just wondering if that's a normal behavior.
Not unusual. Cats get all kinds of unusual habits like that, and some of them I've known will suck on the hair even. Yeah, it's just
it's a cat.
Yeah, that's playing. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about it unless it's causing a problem. Then sure.
All right, we're out of time. If you're on the line, stay there. The doctor will talk to you off the air. We'll see you next time. Chris has one final check of this muggy forecast.
Well, you said the word that I was going to use, Mark. We're certainly going to be muggy going through probably the rest of this week until we get you towards Friday afternoon into your Saturday. We'll be mostly cloudy going through the rest of this afternoon, but overnight tonight into Wednesday, we'll see some more showers and thunderstorms developing. Look for those chances for showers and thunderstorms to be around pretty much at any given point all the way through Wednesday or Thursday. It won't be a complete washout, but it will be cloudy, and you'll see your chances for storms.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4.